They don't have a specific or a dynamic number one option, whether at the tight end position or a receiver position. And you're asking a rookie and a rookie running back to carry your team, or now a rookie quarterback to carry your team. And it's not a recipe for success.
Sanders had his second start for the Browns and what was his first loss as an NFL starting quarterback in Cleveland. The Niners picked up a 26-8 road win. Sanders threw for 149 yards and a touchdown in the loss. He was sacked 3 times. After the game, Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski did name Sanders the starter now for Week 14 against the...
And then you had Ezekiel Elliott. But the thing that they had was an unbelievable offensive line, and you had options at the receiver position.
Right.
That's not what Cleveland has.
Cam Newton just fired off a major reality check at Jerry Jeudy. And honestly, he needed every bit of it, because the way he carried himself with Shedeur Sanders was flat out embarrassing, extra, and completely uncalled for. Shedeur stayed poised like a real QB1, while Jeudy exposed exactly who let their emotions run the show. Cam was a lion when he pointed out that Cleveland doesn't have a true number one option on offense right now. Unlike teams with a clear go-to threat, whether it's a tight end or a wideout, the Browns don't have that spark, and Shedeur is out there trying to cook with ingredients that just aren't elite. The receivers, especially Jerry Jeudy, have been more disappointing than dependable. Judy's causing more drama than production, and it's obvious the passing game is hurting because these guys aren't rising to the moment. If you want to win in the NFL, your quarterback needs weapons he can actually trust. Instead, Shedeur is out here having sideline beef with his own teammates rather than building chemistry with them. Watching Shedeur in his second start was a mix of highs and lows, but the real issue is the roster around him. Yeah, they took a 26-8 loss on the road, and yeah, Shedeur only threw for 149 yards and a touchdown while getting sacked 3 different times. But pinning this loss on him alone is lazy. The offensive line looked shaky, and the receivers looked even worse. You can't expect a young quarterback to shine when his protection is collapsing and his playmakers keep disappearing. Meanwhile, Jerry Jeudy's whole vibe and effort are becoming hard to ignore. Instead of stepping up as a leader for Shedeur, Jeudy's sideline tantrums are dragging the whole offense backwards. It's tough to respect a receiver who's acting more like dead weight than a difference maker. Then there's Kevin Stefanski, the head coach, who deserves some heat of his own. Keeping Shedeur as the starter for Week 14 is the right move, but Stefanski is throwing this kid into the fire without giving him the support he needs to survive. The O-line isn't holding up, and the receivers keep ghosting when the lights get bright. Stefanski's play calling has been questionable, and the lack of a real offensive identity is strangling this team. If he wants Shedeur to grow into the leader Cleveland desperately needs, he's got to fix the mess around him, starting with better protection and holding his receivers accountable. Until then, it's hard to picture this Browns offense taking any real step forward.
I believe in equal opportunity. I believe that whatever you've given one, you should give the other. I believe that we have to develop our players in the best way we know how. And if you've given Dylan Gabriel, if you've given Joe Flacco an opportunity to properly evaluate them, you need to do the same thing for Shedeur Sanders. Is it a week-to-week basis? Is it a whole year basis? That's between Kevin Stefanski and his coaching staff. But the truth is, given what was, the situation yesterday, I was pleased with what Shedeur Sanders did do. Do I believe that the Cleveland Browns are a good team?
Cam makes a strong point about fairness, and honestly, he's right. Every player deserves a real shot to prove themselves. If the Browns are willing to take a look at guys like Dylan Gabriel or even Joe Flacco, then why doesn't Shedeur get the same respect? It's simple. Judge every player by their work and their potential. And Shedeur showed enough on the field, even in tough spots, to earn that chance. But instead of helping him grow, it feels like Kevin Stefanski and the coaching staff are stuck in their old habits, holding back the very talent that could push this team forward. How do you expect your team to improve if you don't invest in the players trying to lead it? Isn't developing talent the priority of any coach? Stefanski needs to look in the mirror and ask some real questions. Why isn't Shedeur getting the tools, support, and system to get better every week? Why does the offense still look lost when they've got a young QB willing to step up and learn? Shedeur is ready to work, but even the hardest working player can't shine without proper guidance. So is Stefanski making the right decisions, or is he stuck playing it safe while the team stays stuck in neutral? The Browns have potential, real potential, but it'll stay wasted as long as the coaching staff refuses to develop the guys who want to grow. Until Stefanski puts development first, the Browns will keep coming up short, and Shedeur will keep fighting a battle that should have been easier with the right support.
Oh no, they don't have the proper talent. They don't have a specific or a dynamic number one option, whether at the tight end position or a receiver position, and you're asking a rookie and a rookie running back to carry your team, or now a rookie quarterback to carry your team, and it's not a recipe for success in the National Football League. So, when you have this type of dynamic, the only thing that makes, in most recent history that I can compare it to was when Dak Prescott was a rookie, and then you had Ezekiel Elliott. But the thing that they had was an unbelievable offensive line, and you had options at the receiver position. Right. That's not what Cleveland has.
Cam is absolutely right when he says the Browns just don't have the right talent around Shedeur Sanders. You can't expect a rookie quarterback to carry an entire offense when he doesn't even have a true number one receiver or tight end to trust. The receivers haven't stepped up, and Jerry Jeudy has been one of the biggest disappointments. If your top targets can't get separation, can't get open, and can't make plays when it matters, how is the quarterback supposed to succeed? It's unfair to put everything on Shedeur when the rest of the offense isn't holding up their end. How many times have we seen Shedeur forced to scramble, extend the play, or hold the ball too long simply because nobody is ready for the catch? At some point, the receivers have to take responsibility. They've got to show up, run sharper routes, win their matchups, and actually help their quarterback. And the comparison to Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott? Spot on. Dak walked into a situation with a top-tier offensive line and real weapons around him. Shedeur doesn't have that luxury. The Browns' O-line has struggled to protect him, and the receivers look lost more often than not. If you want to build a winning team, you need real playmakers, guys who can turn nothing into something, guys who can make a young quarterback's life easier, not harder. So why are the Browns stuck with receivers who aren't producing? Why isn't Jeudy showing the effort, consistency, or dog that this team desperately needs? If Shedeur is truly the future of this franchise, shouldn't they be doing everything possible to surround him with talent that elevates his game instead of dragging it down? At what point will these receivers start earning their money and start helping lift this offense instead of sinking it?
All right, as a quarterback of the Cleveland Browns, so man, and bro, he broke some records, man. You know what I'm saying? He is the first quarterback, man, since 1995 to start for the Browns and win their first game. So we gotta give him love there, man. And bro, they done had 42 quarterbacks, okay, bro, since '99. All right.
Listen to this. They had 42 quarterbacks since 1999. That's almost as many presidents that we've had.
Yes.
In the country.
And since '95, he was the first quarterback to come in their first game, full game, and win. So, man, he did his thing, man.
Which
Shedeur,
is nuts.
Bro, it's crazy. So he went 11 or 20, one touchdown, one interception, and a win. So that was the big thing for Shedeur to get this win. He can say he did a lot that a lot of people didn't do. But, man, as we turn the page.
Yep.
This was Cam just a week ago, and honestly, he was right. Shedeur Sanders made history for the Browns. Winning your first game as a starting quarterback is already tough, but doing it on a team that has struggled at that position for decades, that's different. The Browns have gone through 42 quarterbacks since 1999. That's not just instability, that's a curse. And for Shedeur to step in and snap that streak with a win right away, that tells you he has something special. It wasn't just about the numbers. It was about breaking that narrative, giving this franchise a reason to believe again. That type of pressure would crush most rookies, but Shedeur handled it with poise, confidence, and heart. But let's be real, our one player can't do everything. And right now, the Browns aren't giving him the support he deserves. The offensive line is inconsistent, the receivers aren't creating separation, and Shedeur is being forced to do way too much for someone who just got here. He's ready to put in the work. He's ready to grow. He's ready to be the future of this franchise. But the question is, will the Browns step up around him? Will they build the kind of team that elevates their young quarterback instead of leaving him out there alone? Because if they don't, even a talent like Shedeur is going to struggle to carry all that weight by himself.
That's my thought process. Even though we want to make it about Shedeur, we want to make it about the underdog story, we want to make it about so many different things, and it could be that.
Yeah.
But the truth is, going back to Shedeur's play, he was making plays or made a play that no other quarterback in recent memory, probably Baker Mayfield, 5 years ago, made a wow play at the quarterback position. That's including Deshaun Watson. That's including Johnny Manziel. That's including Joe Flacco. It's one of those things that like, bro, woo.
That's a big boy play.
That's a big boy play. That's a big, that's a flash in a frying pan where you're like, whoa. Hey. That right there?
Cam is pointing out something a lot of people are missing about Shedeur. The plays this kid is making aren't normal rookie plays. They're signs of real elite level talent. These are big boy plays, the kind you don't usually see from first-year quarterbacks. And honestly, you didn't see this type of stuff from Baker Mayfield. You didn't see it from Deshaun Watson. You didn't see it from Johnny Manziel or even Joe Flacco. Cam's whole point is simple. Shedeur is doing things the Browns haven't seen in years, and he's doing it under way tougher circumstances. But here's the real problem. Kevin Stefanski isn't doing enough to help Shedeur grow into the quarterback he's clearly capable of becoming. Instead of building a system around him, instead of giving him consistent support, Stefanski feels hesitant, almost scared to fully trust the kid. And let's be honest, how is a young quarterback supposed to keep making clutch game-changing plays if the coaching staff won't give him the proper game plan, the proper protection, or the proper weapons? Shedeur is showing flashes of greatness, real, undeniable flashes, but flashes only turn into full-on fire if the coach feeds it. Stefanski needs to stop holding him back and start investing in him on offense before this team wastes another quarterback with actual potential. Because right now, Shedeur is proving he belongs. He's making plays the other guys couldn't. He's showing poise the Browns haven't seen in years. But the big question is this: will the Browns and Stefanski finally give him the support he needs to become the quarterback he's destined to be? If you're rocking with Shedeur, smash that like button and hit subscribe. We're breaking this all down every single week.